Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome back. This is going to be your February 2019 love reading. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's up for you and the person you're thinking about. I'm going to do my own spread that I like to do this time around for you and your person. See what both of your energies are, Sagittarius. And I did do a little bit of meditating before shuffling for Sagittarius, and I have to be honest, I wasn't tuning in as heavily. So let's see what comes up, and I'm going to tune in my intuition with the read and see what comes up. Sagittarius. Okay. This is where you are, your person, how you see them, how you feel about them, how they see you, how they feel about you. This is the energy between you, potential obstacle, advice, and potential outcome. Bottom of the deck is the Fool. So there could be an energy of beginning again, new start. I don't know. We'll find out if it's an energy of moving away from this particular person or new start with this person. But definitely a leaping into something new, something that you're not going to analyze too heavily, or you're letting go. If you have been analyzing, you're definitely letting go of that that baggage. So that's a good thing, Sagittarius. Let's see where we go from here. So where you are right now, see, letting go of any heavy energy. Sagittarius is letting go of a devil energy here. So whatever there's been in the past, I don't know if this has been a difficult relationship to you, one that kind of comes and goes. Could be that it's a toxic relationship or codependent relationship. All the classics, but I'm going to read more into it when we get the energy from the other cards. But you would be embodying the release. So Sagittarius, for many of you, or at least whatever message is hitting some of you, there's a release going on. And I would say it's a welcome release, because look at the darkness of the release compared to the lightness of the Fool. It's just an incredible night and day. So good for you. Okay, that's the energy you're holding right now. The energy that your person is in right now is the energy of the Four of Swords in reverse. So they might have been checked out. Your person might have been checked out for a while, Sagittarius. There's a chance that during this time period in February, they're coming out of that kind of seclusion, or maybe they took a respite over the holiday period, kind of an exhaustion that some people give into at the end of the year, or they're just celebrating, relaxing, maybe enjoying family or whatever that person might have been doing. But where they were taking a break, this would say that they're in the energy of coming out of that and maybe moving forward to think about plans, maybe even take some action. Maybe when it comes to you, we'll see. So how you see your person is you see your person as the Page of Wands. So you actually do see your person in the energy of taking some action, having some plans, communicating. You actually see that. If you're not seeing them do this with you, you might be seeing them do this with others for some reason. So the other thing is you might be dealing with somebody younger, less mature or less mature spiritually than you. You might see them as being a bit more frivolous, a bit more carefree, maybe even stubborn. Sometimes there is an energy with the Page of Wands that can be like somebody that's quick to throw a tantrum, even right side up. So you might be seeing somebody as a little bit volatile that you're dealing with. So it kind of like has a positive energy to it, but they could be unpredictable. The way you feel about them is the Five of Swords. Yeah. So you're still feeling some mental anguish over this person. There's some complexity here. There's some battles with the two of you, or there's been battles with the two of you. They could be actual battles where there's verbal, there's been fights, or maybe there's just a conflict in the way that they might have a big ego and they might have tried to win at all costs with you, or you with them, Sagittarius, or you with them. So there's kind of like the battle that doesn't really win here. And if it was a devil energy that you're releasing, that would make complete sense, that it's a bit of a cycle that can tend to repeat itself, but not really easily resolve. How they see you is the Four of Coins in reverse. So they see you as releasing. They see you as releasing, Sagittarius. They actually see that maybe you are not responding in the way that you used to with them. Maybe they were used to you kind of trailing after them a little bit more, following up, communicating, being more engaged. I'm not going to say like, sitting on their every word, but they definitely probably saw you as somebody that was much more connected and concerned about them and what they're up to. But they actually do see you as letting go. So if that's the effect you're looking for with this person, they do see you that way. If it's not the effect you're looking for, be aware that they might see you as disconnecting from them. The way they feel about you is the Six of Wands in the reverse. So going along with that impression that you may not be so there for them as you're used to, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes if it's a push-pull energy, the one who is giving and giving and giving does need to just switch up the dynamic in order to make the person realize that they've been taking and taking and taking. So if that's been you giving and them taking, it's pretty appropriate at some point that the tide has to turn. But they do feel a concern of there may be they're not getting enough attention, or that there's not really a win here for them when it comes to you. So interesting. And definitely the dynamics have shifted with the two of you, I think. And maybe there is a karmic completion with this devil and, release, and with the world energy between you. Maybe there's a writing of karma with the kind of balancing that you're trying to do with the energy. Whether you're consciously doing it or not consciously doing it, it is working on a completion, a karmic completion. So one or both of you, I actually have a leaning that it's maybe you, Sagittarius, have learned a lesson in this scenario, because you're able to work on getting, hopefully releasing some of your Five of Swords, but also releasing some of the toxic energy. But the world is a beautiful energy actually to have between the two of you. It either is going to connote the beginning of a new cycle, or just, it could just be pretty much a chapter completion. An obstacle is the Ten of Coins. So the Ten of Coins is another completion card. The Ten of Coins is you reach the pinnacle of what you're going to reach in the area of, it's kind of almost like the tens or many worlds. And, this is abundance, the family, you're manifested and manifesting. And if that's an obstacle, there may be something still getting in the way of you reaching like the pinnacle of this. Or for some of you having reached this, the obstacle could be, so then what? I've got this, but then what? Maybe I'm still searching for more meaning. Because, on its face, the Ten of Coins doesn't necessarily tell us, because you have all these things, you're having a meaningful and fulfilled and deeply spiritual life. So you may have reached this established level of success in your life, family, emotions, wealth, but you may be feeling a then what, or so what after that. The advice is the Seven of Swords. So as advice, it's either, to be aware of somebody who is in your space and taking from you, who still wants to take from you. You might be dealing with someone like that. Which the cards would be, not too out of line with if you're looking at the devil energy, or actually as a warning. It might be saying just to think strategically, to kind of assess what lessons you are learning. What can you take with you out of this cycle? The advice is to really assess what that is and be sure that you're not going to recreate old cycles, and you're taking the best of what you've learned in maybe what has been, even a challenging situation. The potential outcome, Sagittarius, is the King of Swords. So the potential outcome with you and this person is that there's an even um, and clear and balanced viewpoint, not an overly emotional one, which is a really, really good thing. So coming out of this, you're kind of keeping your head. You're keeping your head. So let's see, what is the message coming out of the truth bombs from Danielle Port? Say what your soul needs to say. So Sagittarius, if there's still some communication you need to have with this person, keep your head. It's going to be logical, not overly emotional, but if there's something that needs to be sewn up, loose ends, there may be a point where you need to have a conversation with this person. That may be coming in February to kind of close up the chapter and, leave some things clean. You might have been kind of sitting on something that you need to say. It also may need, you may need to say this to yourself. Sometimes closure needs to come within. You may want to journal or say it with yourself. So I hope this was useful, but it looks like a bright, shiny new start for you, Sagittarius, a releasing of some negative energy, completion and lessons learned. Really happy for you. So let me know what resonates, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.